Welcome to Stockton University's Class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. Before we begin today's event, we'd like to take a moment to make a few safety announcements. Please direct your attention to the exits located at each corner of the venue. Aisleways and exit points should remain clear at all times. In the event of an emergency, please exit immediately and follow instructions from the staff. If you would require assistance evacuating, please identify yourself to an usher. We would also like to remind you that smoking is prohibited in all university buildings and venues. Smoking is only permitted in designated smoking gazebos. For everyone's safety, please remember to mask up, back up, and wash up. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. We hope you enjoy this ceremony.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Stockton University's 2021 Commencement Ceremony for the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Was that MSW I heard on the way in? I am Dr. Marissa Levy, Dean of the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Our first priority today and every day is to provide a safe environment for our community. To do so, please remember to follow 4 simple rules throughout today's event. Mask up, back up, wash up, and vax up. Thank you. Would everyone please rise for the national anthem performed by Joe Shermati, a 2015 alumnus and a member of the Provost managerial team.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mr. Shamati. It is now my pleasure to introduce the platform party. They will stand and remain standing as their names are called. Please hold your applause until I complete the introductions. Representing the Stockton University Board of Trustees is Dr. Nancy Davis, Professor Emerita of Pathology. Distinguished members of the platform party also include Dr. Harvey Kesselman, President of Stockton University and a member of the very first class at Stockton. Dr. Susan Davenport, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President. Brian Kowalski, General Counsel. Dr. Maya Lewis, Associate Professor of Social Work. Dr. Joe Rubenstein, Professor of Anthropology. And Brittany Farrell, candidate for the Master of Social Work and a 2007 Stockton alumna. Thank you all for your service to Stockton and higher education in New Jersey. The platform party, please be seated. It is now my privilege to ask Dr. Nancy Davis, an esteemed member of Stockton University Board of Trustees, to come to the podium to offer her welcoming remarks.
Good afternoon. You're a lively crowd out there today. My name is Dr. Nancy Davis, and I have the honor of serving on the Stockton Board of Trustees. And I consider this a truly wonderful honor because I think all of you are extremely lucky to be graduating from the best university in the world, not just New Jersey. You've demonstrated great commitment in earning your degree at Stockton. This dedication will serve you well in the next chapter of your life, in your job, with community service, as well as advanced studies. You can never have too much knowledge. And I see students that I've had over the years that have excelled and are great members of their community, which I'm sure many of you will do the same. I welcome you to our community of over 58,000 Stockton Osprey alumni, representing Stockton throughout the United States and beyond. I encourage you to remain involved with Stockton and to take full advantage of the programs and activities offered for alums. Congratulations from the Board of Trustees and the entire Stockton community. I would like to welcome Brittany Farrell, candidate for the Masters of Social Work, to the podium to address the class of 2021.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Kesselman and Board of Trustees, for this amazing opportunity to speak today. Being a part of today's graduating class has been one of the greatest honors of my life. Stockton University has always held such a special place in my heart, but even more so these past few years. My parents met here as students when the college first opened in 1971 and are part of what's known as the Mayflower class. I started my journey here 20 years ago as an undergraduate with no clue what I wanted to do with my life. Stockton truly helped me discover my passion for social work. And my Stockton family tradition has continued. My younger brother graduated from Stockton in 2014 with a bachelor's in business. And then as I returned to complete my master's degree, my daughter was starting her own undergraduate journey as a first-year student here. I always said I would return from a master's degree, but I kept pushing it off, afraid of change and afraid of taking on a new challenge. But I am so happy I finally took the leap and participated in the Master's Child Welfare Education Program. I have to admit, I started the MSW program feeling nervous and rusty, but MCWEP gave me a renewed sense of purpose and a fresh perspective on ways in which to improve child welfare practice. These past few years have been challenging for our community and our country at large. We've experienced social, political, and morality issues. COVID-19 has made us rethink how we do everything, and many of us have had to mourn losses of loved ones. But we've acclimated, we've risen above, and we've shown resilience. I couldn't have gotten through this program without the support and encouragement of my family, my supervisors, and the dedicated MSW professors. I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to Dr. Diane Falk for her enormous vision. Her efforts in creating the BICWEP and MCWEP programs had a ripple effect that positively impacted students, Stockton, the field of child welfare, the communities we serve, and myself. I truly believe I wouldn't be standing here without her efforts. I'd like to provide some advice to my fellow graduates. Remember to not only embrace change, but to advocate for positive change. While change may be something that many shy away from, remember that change is not only inevitable, it is necessary for growth. And it begins with how we treat ourselves, our colleagues, and those for whom we serve. So as you're working to change the world, also remember to find balance in your life and take care of yourselves just as well as you take care of others. Be proud of your accomplishments, your hard work, and determination as you celebrate your success along with me today. The future can be uncertain, but as I look at my fellow graduates and know how hard you work to get here, I am nothing but hopeful and optimistic for our country's future. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2021. It is my honor to welcome Dr. Harvey Kesselman, President of Stockton University, to the podium to deliver the commencement address.
So her parents were my classmates at the Mayflower Hotel. What a strange day. Let me first tell you how thrilled I am, absolutely thrilled to see all of you here face to face in person for this event. It's great to be back to some sense of normalcy. Graduates, my fellow Ospreys, on behalf of Stockton University, I offer you a heartfelt congratulations on successfully accomplishing this major milestone in your life. We are immensely proud of you, and we celebrate your academic success. We celebrate your rite of passage, and we celebrate you. Everyone here, please join me in giving the Stockton University class of 2021 a huge round of applause. Again. Words cannot express the hope and optimism I feel when looking at our extraordinary graduates. And if there were ever a time when the world needed hope and optimism, it is now. For in the last year, you have, quite frankly, we all have, experienced challenges in our world that have baffled minds and broken hearts. But to our amazement, these same challenges have sparked new ways of thinking and generated faith in causes bigger than ourselves. Graduating from college is already a daunting goal. And graduates, on top of everything else in your lives, you've had to reacquaint yourselves with the meaning of the word perseverance. You had to power through, even when the finish line looked so distant. You've had to stand firm, resilient in your efforts to complete this portion of your academic journey, which was no easy feat. But like most resilient people, you understood that the only way to get through it is to go through it, regardless of the rocky terrain. The test of perseverance and resilience was perhaps best described by Grammy Award winner Cardi B. Yes, I said Cardi B. When she said, "Knock me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Now I know you're probably thinking, really? I thought he would be more of a Billy Joel type of guy. And you would be correct. But on this topic, she nailed it. And because you've embraced the essence of perseverance and resilience in a time that some describe as the perfect storm, a pandemic, racial and social injustice and unrest, and a global economic crisis, you've accomplished something that very few people could do. You stayed the course and you finished. What an incredible achievement. And herein lies my hope and optimism. It lies with you, our graduates of the School of Arts and Humanities. You will create meaningful societal change through artistic expression. It lies with you, our graduates of the School of Business. You will create opportunities to stimulate and produce economic growth. It lies with you, our graduates of the School of Education. You will be dynamic educators who respect and recognize the potential in each and every student. It lies with you, our graduates of the School of General Studies. You will harness your interdisciplinary knowledge to lead, to shape, and to strengthen communities. And it lies with you, our graduates of the School of Health Sciences. You will manage the demand of today's enormous healthcare challenges and play critical roles in improving our community's health and welfare. It lies with you, our graduates of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. You will optimize alternative energies that will afford a greener way of life for generations to come. And it lies with you, our graduates of the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. You will delve into the challenges of our criminal justice and political systems, reimagine institutional structures, and create better systems. It lies in all of you and your incredible Osprey spirit. Simply put, my hope and my optimism lie in you. But before you turn your tassels in a few moments and go off to celebrate with friends and family, I want to leave you with a word of advice, and that is keep learning. Why? Author Roberta Bogany explained it best when she said, when you stop learning, you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you stop living. It really is just that simple. Keep learning. Don't make this academic milestone the last mile you walk in your pursuit of knowledge. Personally, I strive to learn something new every day. Take the word lit, L-I-T, lit. Just last week, I was talking to a student who said his class was lit. So naturally, I assumed he was talking about his literature class and asked, so what's your favorite reading this semester? Then, after he stopped laughing at me, he explained that he meant the class was really, really cool. I had no idea that's what it meant. But my point is, never stop learning. Why? Because learning begets growing, growing in knowledge, growing as a compassionate person, growing as a global citizen, ready to engage the world and meet the many challenges still ahead of us, and most importantly, growing as a human being. Likewise, as you learn and grow, remember to keep living. Don't get so caught up in making a living that you forget how to actually live, living out your passions, living out your dreams. Experience this gift called life to the very fullest. Leave nothing on the table and no stone unturned. Because if this past year has taught us anything at all, it has taught us to take absolutely nothing for granted. To paraphrase others, in the end, it won't be the years in your life that count. It'll be the life in your years that matter. So once again, congratulations, class of 2011. It's been lit. This is the moment you've been waiting for. It's now my distinct pleasure to invite Dr. Susan Davenport to the podium for the degree conferral.
Thank you, President Kesselman. At this time, we would like to give special recognition to Dr. Joseph Rubenstein, Professor of Anthropology, who is being granted Emeritus status. Faculty from Sociology and Anthropology program recommended Dr. Rubenstein be granted this title to honor his teaching, scholarship, service to students, and his many contributions to Stockton University. This recommendation was accepted by the President and the Board of Trustees, and I ask that Dr. Rubenstein come forward to be recognized as Professor Emeritus and receive his certificate. Congratulations, Dr. Rubenstein. We will now begin the presentation of candidates for degrees. Please note that a professional photographer will take photographs of the candidates as they walk across the stage. Proofs of these pictures will be sent to the candidates. The ceremony is also being recorded, and copies may be ordered by visiting Stockton's Commencement webpage. We ask that all guests remain at their seats when taking pictures. And now, will the graduating class of 2021 please rise? Dr. Kesselman, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here have qualified in all respects for their degrees by successfully completing curricula offered by Stockton University. The faculty recommended that these candidates be awarded appropriate degrees and recommend in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
I really do love Sobel graduates. I want you to know that, being one myself. Members of the graduating class of 2021 who have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation, based on the approval of the faculty and the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Stockton University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, you may now switch your tassels. That's a good group. Please be seated.
We are now privileged to present the new graduates. We ask that you process across the stage when your name is called, and in light of current health guidelines, we will not be shaking hands. Graduates, when you exit the stage, please honor your fellow graduates and promptly return to your seats. Would the graduates from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences please come forward? Reading the names is Dr. Maya Lewis, Associate Professor of Social Work. It's okay. You're okay.
Brittany Farrell. Asma Ahmad. Keturah Bender Price. Kimberly Blewett. Alyssa Brady. Malaysia Brown. Tammy Brown. Carrie Busser. Tammy Chance. Mia Chapman. Kirsten Cerulli. Jeannie Clifford. Leanna Crenny. Jennifer Dietrich. Viana Figueroa. Nicole Goodwin. Noelle Hartman. Jennifer Heller. Haley Hunter. Shaviana King. Emily Koch. Demita Larkins. Michelle Manganello. Jennifer Mano. Allie Maskin. Timothy Meadows Jr. Sarah Myers. Samantha Marone Lipka. Joey Nolan. Veronica Nunez Ayala. Michael Ortiz. Michelle Ottaviano. John Pelican. Rebecca Perry. Nancy Privitera. Cassandra Quinn. Laura Quinones. Alexandra Rayo. Ariana Roberts. Holly Rothfuss. Melissa Sandoval. Antoine Sapp. Darian Schloss. Catherine Schmidt. Sharon Schiffler. Vanessa Cecilia. Derek Smith. Erin Sohaki. Michelle Swain Marciano. Matthew Swan. Jacqueline Toth. Laquita White. Cassandra Wooliver. Shambria Wright. Mario Arizzi. Timothy Beck Jr. Brielle Bustamante. Danielle Delonzo. Kara Depshinsky. Carly Goshaw. Carlos Irizarry. Alexandra Long. Yanis McMullen. Joseph Romeo Jr. Alex Wirtz. Gianna Braskus. James Bash. Ashley Finney Wortman. William Falsey Jr. Christopher Calcara. Rosicilia Chavez. Destiny Everett. Thomas Heck. Malia Michelle Colas. Francesca Gustav. Christiana Westerhoek. Jamie Brown. Alyssa Bellucci. Osea Gates. Olivia Hurley. Jesse Matzinger Jr. Caitlin O'Malley. Sucria Shannon. Amanda Triplett. Allison Adams. Sylvia Alfaro. Desiree Alicia. Nikia Bailey. Mawan Barkley. Nicole Benya. Gabriela Burgos. Shania Buster. Nadine Cadavez. Jamara Carpenter. Kelsey Casper. Catherine Sindana. Shakila Clark. Athena Cruz. Gabrielle DeMarco. Megan Dick. Rachel Donnelly. Danielle Ferreri. Zachary Fillmore. Summer Forte. Naisha Garcia. David Geller. Caitlin Gonzalez. Margarita Gonzalez. Jocelyn Gray. Olivia Gross. Kaman Henry. Cassidy Hoff. Paige Hall. Dominique Howard. Abria Kelly. Hannah Coomson. Paige Kordolowski. Nicole Larkin. Ayana Lee. Suzette Lohr. Ashley Lugo. Cheyenne Maldonado. Madison Margino. Alicia Martinez. Ariana McCool Chaparro. Karen Miguel. Jenny Miranda. Emily Molitor. Rosalinda Morales Vargas. Benjamin Monk. Lauren Nash Mitchell. Celeste Nelson. Jennifer Nguyen. Abigail O'Boyle. Angelica Ortiz. Sulema Pacheco. Asia Pitt. Jessica Purdy. Jeanette Quinn. Nelsie Ramos. Xenia Rivera. Desiree Robinson. Brendan Sorrell. Quilique Sims. Soraya Sneed. Sade Samoy. Emily Steinberg. Hope Swain. Evelyn Tejada. Tiffany Tolbert. Hold on one second. Alexis Vaxman. Sabrina Villalobos. Caitlin Walder. Michaela Weschkis. Brittany White. Dean Woodward. Pamela Malaga.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Another round of applause. Thank you all. And I must say, Dr. Beverly Vaughn really bringing it today with the music. Thank you. Brittany, I want to welcome you. I certainly don't have the lineage that you have with Ospreys, but welcome to the Osprey family from one to another. As we conclude this ceremony with a recessional, the platform party will leave the stage, followed by the graduates exiting the building through the doors behind me. Guests are asked to follow the graduates promptly and meet them in parking lot 5 outside the building. As we are hosting one more ceremony today, I ask that graduates and guests prepare to leave campus in a timely manner and continue their celebration off campus. All of us at Stockton are proud of you and joyfully embrace you as graduates and lifelong members of the Stockton family. Thank you for choosing Stockton and for remaining a part of the university legacy. Go Ospreys! The recessional will begin with a rendition of Ospreys on Parade, our alma mater. This concludes our commencement ceremony. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your special day.
Let us travel in the footsteps of those who came before. Here on our campus in the pines, knowledge opens every door. And when we go marching out to the world beyond our Stockton, at ease with what we learn, our future has begun. Knowledge leads to knowledge, and Stockton shows the way. Oh, let us be among those for whom Stockton leads the way. Oh, let us proudly strive to be examples day by day. Knowledge leads to knowledge, and Stockton shows the way. Oh, let us be among those for whom Stockton leads the way. Oh, let us proudly strive to be examples day by day.